Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on a first impression on the new BH collaboration with RayeRaye. RayeRaye is a YouTuber here in YouTube, and she made a palette that contains 21 color eyeshadows, a highlighter, and a contour palette, and it looks just like this. And she also collaborated with them and made a 9-piece brush set that looks like this. So I'm going to test out these products on camera to see what I like and what I don't like. BH has been stepping up their game a lot lately. I've been a fan of theirs since they started out with a little I think is colorful eyeshadow palettes that they were like really little, and they had like a lot in a row. I don't really recall the names of them, but if I do remember, I'll leave a picture somewhere here or also a link on them. And for further ado, if you like for me to try on these products out in camera for you guys, please keep on watching, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also that little bell right next to it so I can notify you guys on when I upload. Let's get to this video. So I already had put foundation. I used a foundation from BH as well, and I don't know the name of it because I am not recording usually where my makeup is at. I'm recording in my room today. I have my nieces and dad and mom over, so I can't really record in the living room where I usually record, but I'm gonna try on these products. I already have foundation, as I said. I did my eyebrows and also concealed and all that good stuff. So I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so I can show you guys the palette. Am I good there? Let me back up a little bit. There you go. So this is how the palette looks like. It is so pretty. It has like this rose gold packaging to it, and you slide it off like this. And this is how the front of the palette looks like. Sorry if you do hear some coughing, as you can hear now, people talking. Just know that I do have people over. I don't know how to be quiet. So it looks just like this. It looks like a book, you can say. It brings that little plastic thing right here. These are the shadows right here. It has 21 color eyeshadows. They're right here. They're very pretty. It has a nice decent mirror, and here are the contours and highlights. So I'm going to swatch a couple of these. I love the way this palette is. It also contains the name of each color in the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. Neutral and some pop of colors. I love this palette. It is very universal. You can use it to just create a simple everyday look, to also like create a night sexy, you know, funky look, even now for the holidays. So I'm going to swatch a couple of these colors. I'm going to go in with the shimmery ones. I see that there is a couple of shimmery ones. It also says in the back what it contains. It has a little bit of information in the back, and it, I guess, tells you a little bit more about about the shadows and, you know, the contours and the highlights. It brings 15 matte and shimmer shadows in a silky blendable formula with rich color payoff, plus 3 contours, 3 highlights to create a defined luminous glow. So that sold me right there. So I'm going to swatch this color named Angel. I could say is a little bit crumbly. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is a little bit clumber. It is a little bit chunky. So this is the color, what is it? Angel, and it's like this pretty whitish goldish color right there. I'm also going to swatch Tiffany. It is this pretty copper color. It is very pigmented. This one is not as chunky as the first one. and the pigmentation on these is real. Like I love how pigmented these shadows are. Let's go in with a couple of the matte colors. I'm going to dip in Spice. This is pretty brownish orangey color. It'll be great for a transition color. That one is right there. Love the way that looks. I'm also going to, I need to get some wipes. I'm going to swatch this one that's called Sunset. It is a pretty red, brick red color. It might have some like a little bit of orange undertone, but it's more like on the orange purpley side. That one is right there. Very pigmented. With the red, I had noticed that you have to kind of build it up a little bit just to get that opaque pigmentation. But after you build it up, I feel like it looks very nice and it looks like you can blend it out very nicely. The last one is going to be called Friday. Everything is falling today. It is this true purpley color. It is very stunning and pretty. That is so pretty. Moving on to the contour and the highlight side. I'm trying to take this because it's very pigmented. I'm going to swatch this one that's called Moonlight, and it's like the first one right here. Look how pretty is that. That is very pretty. Swatch that right there, and it kind of looks like that first shade that we swatched from the eyeshadow. Is like a whitish goldish color. That is very pretty. The next one is called Radiant, and I'm guessing she named that after herself because it actually is spelled out like her name, RAYEDINT. So Radiant. That one is right here. That's very pretty. It's like a goldish color. Hope you guys can see that. And then the last one is called French Toast, and it's this darker bronzy one right here. They're very stunning. And then moving on to the bronzers and contour. If I'm not mistaken, I did watch her video, and she did mention that she named a couple of these shadows from her family members and friends. I'm not really sure, don't quote me on that, but from her video, I think that's what she said. So you have Che, I think that's how you say it, Mocha, and then you have Brownie Bite right there. So this one, I'm not even gonna bother swatching it because it's just going to just blend in with my skin. Like that's how it looks right there. It's nothing, I'm not gonna be able to bronze my skin with that at all. The next one is called Mocha, and I think this one will be nice to like bronze my skin. I would just need to build it up a little bit. That one is right there. I hope you guys can see that. Sorry for the terrible swatches, but I don't want to keep cleaning myself and then swatching again. And then this one is called Brownie Bites, and it's a darker bronzed color. So that's very pretty. So we're gonna create a look using this palette. This is how the brush, we're gonna use these brushes, also created by her and BH. Very pretty. Brings 9-piece brush set, and then it comes in like this plastic thing. It's very pretty. It is like a pinky goldish color. It's very pretty. I'm sorry, very pretty. In the back of the box, it lets you know what brush is meant to be used for what. So we're gonna just wing it off. I don't use the brushes exactly how they recommend you to use. I kind of like to use them for multi-purpose. So I'm just going to just pick out whatever brush I want to use, and I'll let you guys know what brushes I'm using just reading the back of the brush of the box. But I'm going to take these plastic off. I should have done that before, but I'm going to take these plastics off and then I'll be right back. let's just start because I already have 18 minutes. It's gonna be a long video. Okay, so let me zoom you guys in just a bit. Okay, so I'm going to start off using this color right here, and it's called Angel. It's like this orangey color right here. I'm going to use this as my transition color. I'm going to use the number 6 brush, and I'm going to apply that on my crease as my transition. It's a little powdery as well, but it's very, very pretty and pigmented. So I don't mind a little bit of kickback as long as my eyeshadow is nice and pigmented. So I'm just building it up until I feel like it's nice and opaque the way I want it. I wish this brush was a little stiffer, like a little more stiff, so I feel like I have more control with the product. Oh my god, airplanes. Okay, after that, I'm going to take, I don't have a brush that is like to pack on like in the outer parts of the eye, so I'm gonna use, let me see, things that I brought my brushes to the room. So I'm gonna take this Morphe N518 brush that looks just like this. Sorry, it's already used. And I'm going to take this color called Mousse on the top right here, just to darken out my outer part of my eye. I'm gonna just apply it in the outer V, kind of give it like circular motions, and then start dragging it a little bit on the crease. And mainly focusing this product on the outer part of the eye. I love the way that looks. And I'm just gonna blend out the top part just to make sure there's no harsh lines. The way that looks. Don't really have in mind what look I'm going for, but I'm gonna just wing it out. I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Black Beauty, and it looks the typical black shadow. I'm going to apply a little bit of that in the outer parts of my eye. I'm gonna use this brush from Zoeva, and it's the 231 brush, and it looks just like this. I'm gonna take a little bit of that black, just gonna touch it a little bit, and I'm going to apply it in the outer parts of my eye, just to create a little bit of more darkness there. I like this black. It's very pigmented. It's not really like black, but you can tell you can build it up. But I like the way that looks. Then I'm gonna go back in with the N5, the M514. I'm gonna go back in with the M518 brush, and I'm going to just blend that out, make sure all the edges are nice and blended. Just like that. I like the way that looks. That looks very, very pretty. The black is the only thing that I'm kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it's not blending really good in the crease. green. I don't know. Trying to blend it out. It's good, but I feel like it's giving me a harsh line. I don't know if you guys can see that, but right there, if you put a little bit too much product, maybe that was my fault. You get like that harsh black line that looks like you didn't blend anything there. I'm gonna go in back with that brownish color called mousse. I'm just gonna use that to blend out any of that harsh line, because I'm gonna be in here forever if I keep trying to blend out that black. That looks a little bit better. Lord help me. I'm gonna use that brush that we use, the number, what is this? What number is this? The number 6 brush. Use a little bit of Angel. Use a little bit of Spice, sorry. And I'm just going to blend out any of those harsh lines, because I also want that orangey color to peek through. I'm going to take, let me see, I'm gonna leave the eyes alone for a little bit, and I'm going to I'm going to use this color called Allinson. It is like this pretty goldish color right there. I'm going to use that, my ring finger, to apply it all over my lid. You can use a brush if you like, but I feel like with my finger I apply shimmer better. That's very pretty, and that's not even me wetting it. Look how pretty and pigmented that looks. Very pretty. Look how pretty that looks. That looks very pretty. I will wear this to go out in the holidays, like in a party or something. I'm going to take that Morphe brush. I'm just going to blend out those edges where I apply that shadow. Make sure everything is good. And blend it. I'm going to take a little bit of that mousse color, that brownish color, and just apply it in the outer part. To make it a little darker. I want to go in more with that black because it was really harsh. Okay, I'm digging this. I like this a lot. After that, I'm going to apply a little bit of that spice color, and I'm going to use the number 8 brush, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that on the bottom part of my eyes. I'm gonna apply the color all the way in my eye. I'm going to stop like right in, like a quarter, halfway. And then I'm going to take with the same brush, I'm going to use mousse, is that brownish color that we used before, and I'm just going to apply that in the outer part of my eye. So I'm going to go in a little bit with this brownie, it's called Brownie Bites, a little bit of this color just to contour, just a little bit, and I'm going to use this brush, the number 2 brush, and I'm going just to dab it once, just once, and I just want to contour with this. It's pretty dark for my skin tone, but I do want something to just be able to contour, and I'm not going to be able to contour with the second shade just because it's going to be a little bit too light. It's more for like to bronze. So you only have to go in with a light hand. They are pigmented, very pigmented, but I like how that looks. It's very pretty. It is pretty pigmented, as you can see. I'm trying to back up a little bit so you guys can't see, but it is pretty pigmented. But I'm gonna try to blend it as possible. And I don't like this brush, the number 2 brush, is it? Yeah, to blend that out. So to blend out the contour, so I'm gonna use the big powder brush, you might say, just to blend that out just a little bit. And I'm gonna just apply a little bit more, and I'm gonna just blend that out. I don't know if you guys can see, it did give me like a big blotch right there, like when I applied it. It's giving me a hard time to blend that out. So I'm trying to just use that big brush just to blend that out. I'm going to use a little bit more on this side just to make it even. A little bit on my hairline. Drag it down a little bit towards like my temples. And it is pretty powdery. I just want everything to look even. A little bit on my jawline. Okay, just like that. I like how it looks. Just don't like the fact that it is very hard to blend that dark color. But I'm gonna go in with Mocha, the second shade right here, and I'm gonna use this number. I'm gonna go back in. Let me see which one I'm gonna go back in with. I'm gonna go in with the number 3 brush. To try, no, you know what? I'm gonna go back in with that number 2 brush, and I'm just going to use that color. It's very, very powdery. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's very powdery. I'm gonna use it to just warm up my face just a little bit. Give it a little bit of that bronze. I'm not gonna use blush today, so I just want to make sure my face looks nice and bronzed. Applying it like if I'm applying blush, because it's not really showing in my face. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's not showing as much at all. And that's the reason why I decided to like even use that darker you could say contour shade, just to give me some type of definition to the face. I mean, that's the most I can get out of it. I'm gonna go back in with that big fluffy brush and just make sure everything is nice and blended. I'm not really digging these contour shades, just because the one that actually is my shade is too light, and then the one that is too dark, it's just too patchy for me. So we'll see. I'm going to move into highlight, and I'm going to use the number 4 brush, and I'm going to mix this color and this color, these two colors. The first one is Moonlight and Radiance. I'm going to just mix them up. Tap off the excess and just... That's very pretty. It is very pretty. It does have a little bit flakes of glitter, but it's not overpowering. You really can't see it, but it's very, very luminous. It is very pretty. Really pretty. So I'm gonna just finish off this look. I'm gonna do my lips, and I'm gonna apply a little bit of mascara, and I'm gonna give you a review and what I think about these products. Coffee. This is the final look. I do like it. It is very, very good. I mean, especially for BH, they have stepped up the game. Their pigmentation is beautiful. Their packaging, the way it looks, everything is very stunning. It's a little bit of a cardboard, so it looks a little cheap, but their eyeshadows and colors, oh my god, they are stunning. You can create an everyday look as well as a dramatic and, you know, sexy look with this palette. This is one of the things I do like about it. The only thing I am not really liking is that black color right here. Black Friday, that's what it's called? No, Black Beauty, sorry. It's a little bit patchy when you do start packing it up. It still kind of looks patchy to me. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but I was not really digging that. I had to kind of blend it out with that mousse darker brownish color right here, just to make sure I blend out all those edges and those like creases, you can say, that black was giving me. I like the color arrangement. I love metallic or shimmery eyeshadows. I'm not really sure, but I love them. They're very pigmented. I applied it with my finger, no Fix Plus, no water, no nothing, and it's very, very pigmented. For the highlight and contour, did not like the contours. Like I said, this shade, I would have thought it would have suited my skin tone. It was not appearing in my skin tone whatsoever. I had to use a little bit of this darker color just to be able to define my cheeks and contour just a little bit, but it was very patchy. It was very hard to blend out, and I had to even pick out a big fluffy brush like this that I typically don't use to make sure I blend that out. But even though now that it's, you know, blended out and everything, it looks very nice and I like it, but I'm not a fan of this, and this, forget about it. I won't even be able to use this. Like, I don't even think that Fair Tones will even be able to use this just because it's too light. So I don't know if it's supposed to like highlight the under eye or what, but to contour, no. The highlights, what can I say about them? The highlights are very pretty, but they are very, very shimmery. Like all this, the side of my nose, after I applied it with that little brush, where is it? This little brush right here, it went all over the place. Like, it kind of like splashed all over the side of my face, and it's very, very, very glittery. Like, I could see the chunks of glitter, but it is a very stunning highlight, and I don't mind the glitter as long as it's not everywhere in my face. Everyday highlight, I wouldn't be able to use it just because it contains so much glitter, and I feel like it's like making my pores visible. You could say, like, I could see my pores more now than when I did not have a highlight. So I don't really like that. It kind of intensifies my pores, and I'm not for that. For the brushes, I like the fact that she made brushes that are multi-purpose. Like, you don't have to use this for, you know, a powder brush, even though I wouldn't use this typical brush for powder. But I was able to blend out my contour with this. I like that. I like the fact that she gives you option like this. I feel like I could be able to contour with this brush, and this is the number 3 brush, as well as to set my under eyes. Like, I like the fact that she incorporated different uses for these brushes, and I would definitely guaranteedly recommend you guys to check out these brushes if you guys don't want to splurge on expensive brushes, but then again, use it for multi-purposes. The only thing I would have loved was for her to incorporate a little bit of, like, you know, some brushes for the crease and for the outer V, just because I had to come out of that set to use for my outer V and be able to create that outer smoky look, you might say. But I do like how everything applied. It did have its ups and downs, but that's the whole point of reviewing a product. And that's it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget, as I said, to hit the subscribe button and also to check out my social media for any future videos. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you did, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.